Art Camp, Art Camp. We're gonna do it ourselves at Kevin Cherry's Art Camp. All right, hello, buddies. Thank you for being here on a new week of Kevin Cherry's Art Camp. This week we are doing the DIY week, the do-it-yourself week, and I think this might be one of the most important weeks because being an artist is a study in doing it yourself. All right, that's what being an artist is really like. It's figuring out how to do your art and how to make it something that other people want to see, other people respond to, something that fulfills your own heart. Doing it yourself is very important, and doing it yourself is how I got to be a children's book illustrator, okay? So the first project we're going to do today is zines, making our own zines. But it's Monday and everyone's here. Hello, everyone. So what I want to do today is a visualization, and this visualization is also a zine, okay? Now this zine is called Become a Mountain. Now this is a meditation, this is a visualization, and it's also a Dan Deacon song, okay? Dan Deacon is a local Baltimore artist. He's an electronic musician, and he's also my best friend. So he and I went to Burning Man last year, which is a whole nother story. Don't get me started on that one. But you have to have little gifts when you go there. So I made this zine on something called a risograph maker. But we'll talk about that a different day too. But I made this zine, and it is the style of one of the zines we're going to make together later. But it's also a very beautiful visualization that you can use. And you can also look on YouTube, Become a Mountain. It's a really, really beautiful song, appropriate for all ages. Okay, so we're going to look at my zine that I made. So, okay, Become a Mountain. Now get into that mindset. Become a mountain. Close your eyes and become a mountain. Become all around you. Become the sky. Become the trees. Open your eyes. Oops. And remain the mountain. Breathing in deeply. Feeling the day change with the breeze. Okay, isn't that nice? And then all of time is right here, is right now. All right, and now see how we flip through this zine. This zine, actually, even though it's a bunch of pages, was made with just one piece of paper. And I'll show you, okay, see, I'm unfolding the piece of paper. See how it's just one sheet, okay? It's just one sheet of paper. And the cool thing is, you didn't know this, but it's double-sided, all right? And there's a poster there, is a mountain, which is perfect for the song Become a Mountain, okay? Can you see that? And you also see that that is what that poster is. If you've been looking at that poster, it came from this artwork, okay? Become a Mountain. Now, isn't that a very nice visualization that we can do together? All right, so on this DIY week, and everybody's here, I want to tell a story. This is how I made it into the children's book business, okay? So there is such a thing called a small press expo, okay? Now, this is where a bunch of people who make their own comics, they gather in some sort of convention center or a museum or a church or anything, a school, anything like that. And there's a bunch of tables, just like I'm at right now, tables, and they set up all their handmade and their small press, their self-published zines and books, and then hundreds and thousands and hopefully a bunch of thousands of people come to these small press expos and that's where a lot of people get a chance to see books that are not published by major publishers, major publishers like Penguin or Scholastic, and they wouldn't be in Barnes and Noble or maybe not even Amazon, okay? Now, a long time ago, I made a ton of zines. and I kept them in this old record box here, you see. And we're going to take a look at those today instead of looking at my sketchbooks, but we'll look at some of the covers. This one was Cat versus Bird. Cat versus Bird. That was a comic I did, and this was another comic I did. It's kind of dark hands are coming out of the sky. This is a wraparound cover. I actually made this with spray paint, okay? And that was a very cheap and easy way to mass produce a striking cover. All right. Here's another copy. Things Are Not Good. Ooh, ominous. That's the name of that. What else do we got here? I didn't actually go through this. Oh, ooh. This is a, I think this is one I called, this is a Kevin Sherry zine. You see? This had a screen printed cover and a photocopied inside. That's what this is, too. This one's called Dragon. This had a screen printed cover and a photocopied inside. So already those are 3 comics that I'm going to show you over here on the sketchbook table. So 3 zines. And alright, so why don't we take a look at them? Thanks! Okay, so let's take a look at these zines. Another zine I just found is that I made this zine. This is, like I was talking about last week, an autobiographical zine. This is from when me and a couple friends, when I was back in college, we took an impromptu Chicago. And see, I made everybody's faces skull faces, because I was very punk. Okay? Oh my gosh, we got a flat tire. It was a crazy time. We saw a great show. And then, alright. That was an autobiographical comic from when I was in college. And this is another one. Let's see what's in here. Castaway. These are what my comics look like. We're not going to look at them too closely because I was an angsty art student. Actually, I think this one's fine. Okay. And there might be... we're just gonna keep going. We're just gonna keep looking at this. This is what my comics look like in college. Oh, this is a painted comic. You can see. Love. Oh, and this one is about, I cut out, you see how I cut out the faces of Tom Cruise and John Travolta and Nicolas Cage. This one is about what Scientology is about, which is about aliens. If anybody ever starts mentioning Scientology, it is a religion about the alien Xenu, so don't believe them. Okay, this is a kind of morbid comic. Like I said, when I was in college, I was a little goth. I was definitely punk. Okay, so some of these comics were dark, but they were also cute. Can you see how I did cute stuff and creepy stuff at the same time? That's kind of like my go-to. That's my career there. Cute and creepy. Here's a cool piece of art. Oh, it's like a little cat. Little cat. I think this one's called Government. Okay, so there's the cat. Oh boy. True now more than ever. Oh boy. Okay, and then this one I think is just called Kevin Sherry. And here, this one's a wraparound cover too, so we got this pig thing here with a castle. That looks pretty neat. That's a 3-color screen print. And then, oh, a little guy in a this cool robot. Look at that robot. I used to love to draw really mechanized robots. So we're just gonna quickly flip through here. Ooh, this one is a paper cut comic. And I think I got 2nd place in the City Papers comic contest one year with Brain Bear. Brain Bear has been a character for me for a long time. This is what my comics used to look like. That's pretty cool, huh? Very rough, though. Can you see how they do not look like squidding around at all? You know what I'm saying? This is really funny. I always liked fantasy stuff, like dragons and skeletons and Warhammer and Hero Quest and Dungeons and Dragons. I wasn't actually allowed to read Dungeons and Dragons, but Actually, in retrospect, there's really nothing wrong with Dungeons and Dragons. It just has a crazy aesthetic to it. Wow. So these are a lot of just sketch. You see how you can make a sketchbook? This is not great. Okay. All right. We're just gonna throw this over here. And then this one I think is a wordless comic. All right. Okay. This dragon. It's called a dragon comic. This is. I love drawing just action fantasy comics. And this is like the dragon versus the evil monkey sorcerer and all these beetles. And this looks like a little griffin that has kind of like a Falcor cat friend that's fighting this big hippo-like creature. And it's a little violent, isn't it? It's cartoon violence. Okay. Okay. Well, you see some of my zines. You see how they weren't great. I have improved a lot since then, but you have to start somewhere, and you have to start by doing yourself. Let me continue my story. Okay, so I would do a lot of small press expos. I did the small press expo in Bethesda. I would do one in Pittsburgh. I would do one in Chicago. And I would always do this small press expo called the Museum of Comic and Cartoon Art. That's where it was, and it was in Manhattan. So I was there, and I was selling some t-shirts. I make lots of screen-printed t-shirts. I was selling some t-shirts, and I had all my zines for sale out on the table like this. And truth be told, hardly anyone was buying my zines, but this one woman walked by, she saw my zines, saw my cartooning, and she bought all my zines at once. And I didn't really think about it, but then the very next day, she sent me an email and she said, "Do you want to write a children's book?" And then that woman was one of the senior editors at Penguin Books. And now, even after that, it didn't happen right away. It took 18 months. It took a year and a half of trying. But after that, 2 or 3 years later, I'm the Biggest Thing in the Ocean came out, okay? So it came from just doing it yourself, making my own zines. Some of these zines got in front of the right editor, okay? And that's how I made it into the children's book business. And that is a truth in being an artist. You have to be out there. The more people that see your artwork, the better. And that's why I had to travel around to Pittsburgh, Chicago, Bethesda, New York City, anywhere I could to show my zines, to show my t-shirts, to show my artwork. Okay, there's a lot of different ways you can do it yourself, and there's a lot of different kinds of small businesses that you can have just as one person. And this week we are going to explore a lot of those. But today we are going to just make a very simple zine, and I'm going to show you how we fold that right now. Okay, let's go. Okay, hello people. I thought, I showed you this, which has these pages like this, and then if you unfold the whole thing, you will have a poster, right? I showed you that. Now we're going to do a different, a kind of an easier version of that. So we're going to take our paper, which looks like this, all right, and we're going to fold the paper over like this, all right. Fold it in half, longwise. Okay, so it opens up like this. Now close it up. Now turn it sideways, so it opens up like this. And then we're gonna make sure it's folded, and we're gonna fold it over again. All right, and bear down on this corner. And now we have something that is sturdier than a piece of paper. So now we have our very first booklet. It only has a front page, 2 middle pages, and a back page. But this is the very first zine that everybody makes, okay? So I am just gonna write, so we're gonna write in pencil, cover, inside 1, inside 2. Oop, that happens all the time to me because I'm so strong. And then back cover. And then when we open this up, we're gonna write poster. Okay? All right, now I'm gonna show you what I want you to do with your very first, now it might not be your first, but your very first zine that you're gonna do for this class. All right? Now, you might want to draw with all pencil or all crayons, but I'm using a thicker paper, so I'm just gonna draw with a Sharpie, okay? Because I like drawing with Sharpies. Now, you can draw with whatever you want to draw with, all right? Now, what we're going to do, which we have been doing, and I know a lot of people in this class are doing it, we're going to do a character study. So, take one of those characters that you've been working on, whether it be Chunky Cat, or Pixel Man, or a Werewolf Warrior, or anything, any character you want to draw out of your sketchbook, because I know we've been drawing a lot in your sketchbook. So just, it could even be a little cat, a little monkey, a little insect. It could be whatever you want. Now, I have this character that I play in Dungeons and Dragons. It's a little warlock, little warlock that I play. Her name is Joy. So we're going to start by putting the title, and the title will be the name of your character, okay? So and then you can make the lettering look really cool. So I'm going to try to do that. I'm going to try to put flames on my, on this. Okay, so her name is Joy. And now what you're gonna do is you're gonna write the name of your own character here, okay? So that's a J, and then we're gonna, but you're gonna be writing your own name, but I'm trying to make mine look like it's on fire, and I do not know if it's going to be successful or not, but, it's okay, because we can try new things, and this is, okay, that's an O. I mean, that's very, very recognizably an O. Alright, so J, O, and then we'll do the Y, and then, okay. That's the fire! Okay. And then this is what she looks like. She's got 2 big eyes. And I always switch around the way I draw eyes, and I'm doing this like kind of clover thing now. I don't know what that means. And she's got a little cute mouth like this, and her head. She's got a kind of She is, now to tell you the truth, she is a former elf that made a deal with a demon, and now she is she kind of looks like a burnt onion. Okay, so. But her name is Joy, and she is a joy to be around. You can still be a warlock and be a joy, okay? And it's really fun to play a little elf that made a deal with the devil. Or not the devil as in the devil, a demon, okay? As in Halloween, okay? Joy, the tiefling. Now that just means bad elf. The tiefling warlock. Okay, and then we're gonna draw her arms. This is her little hand. And then there's a plume of fire in her hand, okay? But then with the other hand, how about this? Hello! She's waving hi. Hello, because she's nice. Okay, so make a cover. You might want to design your cover and do some cool type. And now here, we're going to do that. Remember the twisted 10-year-old? So what we're going to do is we're going to draw our main character again. Okay. And You're gonna draw it better than me. I'm drawing very fast. Take your time, okay? I just want to demonstrate. Okay, so here's Joy. Boop. And we're gonna say, she is jolly, okay? And then we will say that, she likes to blow things up, okay? But put like 10 of them all around your character, describing your character, okay? And then we're gonna have a page called A Few of Joy's, but you're gonna put your own character, favorite things. Okay? And I'm gonna draw a scroll around here, okay? An ancient scroll. Okay? A few of Joy's favorite things. And then, I think Joy likes, brie. You know that kind of cheese? Brie. So she likes brie. That's how you spell it, B-R-I-E. And she loves, how about this? Candles. Of course she would love candles, because she loves fire. Okay? And she likes, how about this? I actually really like this. That's a skull. We'll put brie, candle. And then, finding a random skull on a walk. Don't you love that? There you go. Okay, a few of Joy's favorite things. Okay, and now on the back cover, I was gonna put, Joy's gear. Okay. And now I'm gonna put some of her weaponry and some of her spells. But if don't have spells, maybe you can put favorite food. And actually, at the bottom, I'm gonna put a bag of banana chips because Joy. Well, no. See, I'm making the character a little bit like me. Banana. Because she loves banana chips. And, she loves banana chips with barbecue sauce. Isn't that weird? She dips them in. Banana chips, but plus barbecue sauce. And she has, how about this? Boop, boop, boop. A magical dagger. Whoa. Because she's an adventurer. Do you know what I'm saying? Ooh, a magic curved dagger. Alright. And then... Bum, 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 bum. That's how you know it's magical, because it's gleaming. And then and then Joy has a spell called Eldritch Blast. Okay, I'm gonna put a box around that. And I'm just gonna draw what that spell looks like in another box. So this is her hand, okay? And then we'll use another color here, Eldritch Blast. So it's like an energy force ball, okay, that blasts other. And actually, oh man, this would look good. Oops, it kind of makes the. Okay, that looks good. How about this? Oh, I'm just adding a little color now since I got my markers out. Barbecue sauce. Do you know that? Do you know that reference? Barbecue sauce, and then banana chips. Just that. Okay, cool. Okay, that's Joy's gear, a spell, a weapon, and her favorite food. And now we're gonna turn inside, and Oh, I bled through. That's not great. But you can do this on a separate piece of paper and then photocopy together, whatever you want to do. But how about this? We're going to draw we're going to draw on the piece of paper another piece of paper, and we're going to pretend this paper, we're going to put a couple rips in it. You see how I'm doing the rips? Just a couple jagged edges like this. You want to put one like this, like a insect ate it. Okay, but it's a piece, it'll be a map. Okay, and we'll write map. Okay, and I'm just gonna put a little scroll. I like drawing ancient scrolls. Draw that in there. And, okay, why don't we start, we all do, I saw a couple people love drawing maps, and I love drawing maps, so let's start with a road in town here, and then we're gonna start with a random shape for, okay, yeah, there we go. That'll be the road, that'll be like, what the town's shape is like. And then over here we'll have the exit of the town. Okay, and how about we'll throw in, I guess our pond. We're gonna take a marker and we'll throw in a pond over here. And now this is a swamp, so it's okay that the lake is yellow. So we're gonna say that's like a acid lake. And there's another acid lake over here, and then there'll be a big acid lake over here. All right. You don't have to have acid lake. Like, if your character is a cat, it could be like the living room, okay? You can make a map of anything. But I'm just saying, it's cool to have a zine that has the character there, their favorite things here, some of their gear here, or some of their jokes there. And then here is a map of their cool town. So, and then you can draw in, maybe your character lives in a cool, old, rundown castle in the woods, all right, that they found at one time. And then, where's the grocery store? We'll put the grocery store over here, all right. And the magic potion store will be in a big tower over here on this road, and you can name the roads, okay? That would be a very fun thing to add in. But for today, we have, I have gone on long enough. You've been on Zoom long enough. So make your own map. This is our very first zine, and I will see you later, and a lot of you, I will see you tomorrow. See ya, bye, thank you.